super excited, and today I have a super special guest. Her name is Jeanette, and yes, she's been a big inspiration to me for many, many months and even years because she's on a raw vegan diet for super many years, and for me, she does it successfully. Like, she loves the way she is, she loves her relationship with food, and that's super inspirational. And I have her on today because we're doing the raw vegan bundle. And yes, and the raw vegan bundle, for those of you who don't know, it's a great collection of raw vegan ebooks. And yes, and the raw vegan bundle is super special because the thing is that you get. Oh, yes, hi. So, I can try to invite you. Perfect. It should work. But yes, however, the Republican bundle is a unique opportunity. And hi.
Hi, Boo. Okay. Alrighty. So you were saying it's a unique opportunity to get the bundle. Why? Why?
Exactly. It's true. I think the Republican bundle because I've read through the books and it's like the value that you get out from it is incredible. So yeah, pretty excited. And I'm also pretty excited about your book because your ebook is so amazing.
Ah!
Really, you've done such a good job.
First of
So
all, first of all, Fruity Eva, I have been a fan of yours forever. Your page is so beautiful, and you are so beautiful, and I just love. I can just feel your beautiful spirit through the
thank you.
internet. I don't know. There's some people that you just feel they are beautiful people, and like I really feel the love from you, and I hope we can meet one day. Have you ever? You've never been to Woodstock, right?
No, I've never been because I'm from Germany and yeah, but I want to go. It's on my bucket list. I hope it will be for more years so I can go for
I
sure.
pray that you can come next year and we can meet in person. And because I just get such a
I love
great warm vibe from you. I just get so much like love and positivity. And yeah.
so nice. So
So,
nice.
okay. So, everyone's joining us. Hi guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. So we're going to do two lives. We're going to do two lives back to back. And the first live is we're going to be talking about my book. And then the second live, we're going to be talking about Eva's book and also about being a social person as a raw vegan, right?
Yes, I love that. So right away, I want you to ask, what is the name of your book? How did you come up with the idea for your book, and why is it so special? Yes.
Okay, thank you. So thank you for all the really kind, nice words you said about my book and me. So yes, so those of you that don't know me, my name is Jeanette. I have a page, Misfit Vegan, and I came up with the idea for my new book, which is called The Raw Vegan Beauty Book. It's available in the bundle right now, which is only available till next Sunday, okay? Or next Monday. It's literally available for the next 7 days only. And click the link in either of our bios to get it. And I came up with this idea because, first of all, I am not a recipe person. I am not like very good in the kitchen, honestly. I don't really enjoy being in the kitchen, and I really don't do recipes in general. Like, I have a recipe book, but it's literally very simple, 5 ingredients or less. I'm very like I'm very not skilled in the kitchen. I'm not the kitchen person. So I was like, I want to come up with a book that helps people that are like me. They're really not like great in the kitchen, but they want to live the most healthiest lifestyle possible. And the book is not just about beauty. It's about what you put into your body. A big part of the book is about how every single thing we eat affects the way we feel and the way we look. And the more I was writing the book didn't start off as a beauty book. It was really just about like being like a lazy raw vegan, like being in the kitchen and trying to be a healthy person, even if you don't like making recipes. And so I was writing the book, and then I realized during the writing of it, oh my God, I have something here because I have so many tips and tricks that I've learned over the last 10 years being like a raw vegan and living the most natural way possible in an unnatural world. Like I don't, there's so many things that I don't do anymore that I've learned like natural ways to do them. And we'll talk about a few of these. But I also, you know, went through a very long journey on the way to accepting myself and loving myself and feeling beautiful. And I'm still on my journey. Okay. But there's a lot of things that I wish I would have known when I was your age. I have a feeling you're much younger than me. How old are you, Eva?
I'm 21.
Yeah, you baby, you're a baby. So I'm almost 37, and when I was 21, I had really bad acne. I was overweight. I had chronic fatigue. I had eczema all over my body. My hair was falling out. I was really depressed. I was always getting sick. I was always going to the ER for random things, stomach issues, headaches, just rashes, always random issues. And I was also I had a really bad self-esteem because of my face and my body, and just I felt so unattractive. And if I knew the things that I know now that I put into this book when I was 21, wow, my whole life would be different. So that's why I wrote the book, for my younger self, honestly. So yeah, that's it.
I love that so much. I love that so much. I agree. Like for me, a lot of things that I do on the internet come really from that. Oh, I wish people would know that. I wish I would have known that before. So that's really why I write a lot of content. I love that so much. Like I've read through your book and it's so beautifully created. And I love how creative you also are with like you can make masks for the face out
Yeah.
of fruit. As I didn't know before. I
This
will
is
try.
Yeah, this is so crazy. Listen, I'm also, remember guys, I'm kind of lazy, honestly. We're all kind of lazy in our own way. And me personally, I don't have the patience to do all these crazy recipes and like mixing a bunch of things to make face masks. So I researched and I did trial and error, and I found out like the easiest things we can do. So here's one that's really easy. This is so crazy, but you take a grape, you just bite it, and you rub it on your skin, and literally it makes your skin glow. It's so simple, it's so easy, and you don't have to wash it off, and it's great for your skin. Who knew? Who knew?
It's so cool. And it reminded me, I think some years ago, or a lot of years ago, when I was like 10 years old, I was watching TV with my brother and we were eating strawberries or raspberries. And I don't know why, but I came up with the idea of like putting the raspberries all about my face. And then I was just like there watching TV, and my brother was looking at me and was like, "What is happening? What is with you?" And I was like, "Oh no, I did something wrong," and I washed it off. But now I will do it, and no one can stop me. For sure.
You were before your time, Eva. You were
Yeah.
way before your time. Pioneer. Oh my gosh, yes, I love it. And you know what? It's crazy because it's not normal in society, but you know what? The way we're eating and the things we're thinking and the things we're doing, it's not normal. Nothing
No.
I do is normal. Nothing I do is normal. I don't eat any dead animal body parts. I don't eat any cooked food even. I don't focus on protein, my macros. Almost everything I do is not normal in society. The way I think, the way I see the world, okay, the way I live my life, it's not normal. So, you know, why not just rub grapes on my face anyway? Raspberries or grapes, you know, just to continue the non-normal path that I'm
Yes,
on.
yes, but I love that because I think the more not normal you are, the more exceptional you can live and the more benefits you can really get from life, no? And I love that so much. Also with, and I think sometimes it's strange that a raw vegan diet or a fruit-based diet is considered not to be normal because I mean it should be normal, right? Like it's the way we're meant to eat, and just that people are so far away from eating fruit and vegetables, and they say it's dangerous and all of that. I think it's crazy. It's like I
Isn't
don't
that
know.
insane? Where are you again? I forgot.
I'm on the Canary Islands. So the Canary Islands are the
Mm.
beautiful islands close to Africa. And yes, and it's part of the EU, so that's why it's super simple for people from European Union, because I'm originally from Germany. So go from Germany there and just spend the winter there or spend some month there. Yes, yes.
Wow. I have a friend who lives on the Canary Islands, and she's moving to Germany, actually. So
Oh.
funny. Yeah. She's driving. She's driving to Germany. So yeah, oh wow, it's so beautiful there. Um, so yeah, so guys, just exactly what Eva just said is so key. If you want to be average, then do what everyone else is doing. And the average right now, everyone is sick. Everyone is overweight. Everyone is having health issues and skin issues and just like depression and all these things. And that's what the average are doing. That's what the mainstream are doing. There's another way. There's another way. And that's what we're here to talk about. And that's what the bundle's about too. The bundle is like ridiculous, full of just not just recipe books, but there's books on yoga, mindset. Ted Carr has a how to start your business in a weekend book. I did the course. Did you check it out yet?
No, I didn't have the
There's
time,
so
but I
much.
will.
There's so much I haven't checked out yet, but I did Ted Carr's class, and it was amazing. It was so, so good. I did it this weekend. And the course is worth like $2,000. So, yeah, that was really amazing. And there's just so much value in this, just not just with the recipes, because there are amazing recipes, but the mindset aspect. Okay. This is the
Yes,
most
yes.
important thing.
I think Lexi from Healthy Dynamic Life or something. Yes, she also wrote an ebook about your mindset because I also believe that your mindset is key. Like if you want the raw vegan or fruit-based diet to work, you should really like change a lot of limiting beliefs and get a closer look to your mindset. What you think is normal, and all of that. Yes,
Yes, yes,
I love
yes.
the book.
Absolutely.
And also, I think the Barbarian diet, or if you follow this fruit-based diet for a while, you become a lot more free in your way of thinking because you like detach yourself from what is considered normal or what people accept from you. And the way that when you eat raw vegan for a longer period of time is you really become more free and you can really do a lot more things and experience life in a different way. And I think that's also a huge benefit of eating that way, that you're just more free and flexible.
I totally agree. It's changed every part of my life, and mostly it's changed my mind. It's changed the way
Yeah.
I see things because we are what we eat, and so our mind is either made up of these toxic chemical ingredients, and we can't think properly. And so when we start putting in the things that are simple and easy, and able to be digested, these natural things like fruit and vegetables, and things like that, we can actually see clearly instead of having this fog over our brain where like we don't feel good enough or we feel overwhelmed or we feel depressed because we were not put here on earth to have those feelings. We were put here to thrive, not just survive. So for the first 26 years of my life, for sure, I was a completely different person. I saw the world as like such an evil place. I was really depressed. I just saw the negative in every situation, in every part of my life. And now, wow, every single day, my life is not perfect, but I know the universe has my back, and I know that I can handle whatever happens. And it's just such a blessing, and we're so blessed to know about this lifestyle. I totally
I,
agree.
I agree. I also think it's a blessing, and that's also why I like share on social media because it's a blessing to understand and to have the consciousness about a raw vegan diet, how it can affect your health, your mindset, your vitality, and all of that. I think the knowledge about it and the consciousness about it is super, super valuable, and that's why I also share. For sure. I love that.
Yes.
And and I think it's like it makes just sense, for example, when I'm sad, because I also have like times when I'm sad, but then I just eat delicious fruit and I'm just like, wow, it's so delicious. And I'm just happy again.
Yes, me too. Me too. And by the way, do you notice, Eva, I'm curious, do you notice a difference when you don't eat enough or you don't eat like properly? Do you notice an immediate difference in your mindset?
For sure, for sure. For example, sometimes I eat a salad for lunch and I notice like 1 hour later, I'm not hungry, but I just notice my mood is going down. And then I just feel like, oh, it's time to eat some fruit. And then I just eat some fruit and I just feel a lot more energized and happy again.
I have
I,
the
I,
same exact feeling. I
Yeah.
notice it right away. If I don't have time to eat one day, I eat less than I should, or
Yeah.
if I don't eat enough like juicy fruit, I will notice a big difference in my mindset. If I go a few days like this, I start to like get a little negative and like a little bored low, you know?
Yeah. For me, it was the same because when I came back from the Canary Islands to Germany and I was there for 2 months, in the end, the fruit quality was getting lower, like it was getting colder. And so I ate a lot more vegetable because the vegetables
Mhm.
are good quality in Germany. So less fruit, and I was more trying out like dehydrated recipes, and I like them, but I was not feeling the same as if I would just eat juicy fruit, like like a whole world difference for sure.
Yeah,
So
and that's why I honestly, I love my tribe on Instagram because it helps me like know that there's nothing wrong with me. Everyone else is experiencing these same things, you know? Sometimes I feel
yeah,
like, oh, like is something wrong with me? Like I'm so happy some days, and then some days I'm like so low. But then I look at my diet or what I'm listening to, or if I meditated that day, or if I did my yoga, and I talk to other people, and I'm like, oh wow, this happens to everyone. If we don't stick with our habits, if we don't stick with eating enough, if we will not be at our best.
I agree. I agree. Also, something I want to mention that I was thinking about because today I was eating like figs and so delicious, and I was eating them, and then I was thinking that people who are on a standard American diet or a standard diet, they don't have, I think, as much joy because if you want to stay skinny on a standard American diet, you can just eat so little. So you
Mhm.
have like 5 minutes or maybe 10 minutes of satisfaction, and there are people who are looking forward to their donut the whole day and they talk the whole day about their donut, and then you're eating for breakfast, you're eating ice cream, for lunch you're eating a fruit bowl and figs, and it's so delicious, and I spend I think 1 2 hours eating or something per day more something, and I just have so much more, yes, like joy out of food. So
It's so true. I never thought of it like that. But literally, when I used to be trying to lose weight as a standard American, right? Um, I would be looking forward to something all day long,
yeah.
and I would be like salivating, thinking about it, watching videos, like cooking videos, just because I was always so hungry. I was starving myself, and I couldn't wait to eat this thing. And now, like, it's food is not like my main focus anymore. Like I have amazing food every day and I love it and I have so much joy eating and I eat way more. Okay, just like you said. But it's not like something that like, oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. No, it's just an amazing part of my life and I'm not obsessed with it. I used to be really obsessed with food and now it's just an amazing part of my life that I have no guilt around. Oh, that's another thing. I had a lot of guilt because
Yeah.
I would always be eating things that I knew were not good for me. And I feel like this is so, so common that people are just like eating these things that make them feel like shit, look like shit, and they don't want to eat them, but they feel like it's hard for them to not eat them. And so maybe we'll go more into this on our second live because I'm realizing that I've taken us on a long journey past the beauty book. I don't know.
True, true. I agree. But I wanted to ask you because you're raw vegan and fruit-based for so many years. So what are some keys for the success for sticking to this lifestyle?
Great question. Yes, so first of all, congratulations on knowing about this lifestyle at the age of 21. That is absolutely unbelievable, and you are a chosen one for sure. Because when I was 21, I definitely didn't know what to eat, what to do. I knew I wanted to be fitter. I wanted to be skinnier. I wanted to lose weight. I wanted to be more beautiful. Like who doesn't? And I wanted to feel better mostly. I wanted to stop getting sick. And so I didn't know what to do. But at the age of 26, I went vegetarian and then I went raw vegan. And what helped me a lot, okay, so in the beginning, I just ate whatever I wanted as long as it was raw. So I ate all the nuts, all the dehydrated stuff, all the gourmet raw vegan stuff. And it really helped that every single day I had a green juice. Okay. So thank God for this. All right. Because I was not eating a lot of fruit at all. I didn't know about the fruit-based diet back in 2012. So I ate nuts for breakfast, like lots of cashews, smoothies with almond butter and almond milk and cashews and whatever I wanted. And that was really, I think that was a really good idea, to be honest. Even though it's not the ideal diet for me now, okay, for now I eat a high fruit-based diet. It makes me feel the best, look the best, and just like be my greatest version. But in the beginning, I ate whatever I wanted as long as it was raw. I would literally dip like cashew chocolate bars into cashew butter, and I thought I was healthy because it was raw. It was raw vegan.
Yeah.
But you have to go through that time to eat everything and just satisfy all of your cravings, because when you're coming from a diet of fast food and junk and pasta and rice and bread and cakes and candies, to just go straight into eating fruit, I don't know if that works,
It's hard.
So my biggest tip is to, if you're trying to eat healthier, find the healthier alternatives now, whether they're low fat or not. That doesn't matter. If they're raw vegan, okay, or if they're just vegan with like whole foods, it doesn't even have to be raw. That is the best way to transition away from eating junk food. Okay, because there's a lot of people that are addicted on this cycle of binging on junk food and then trying to, eat raw vegan and then going back to junk vegan food. So the key is to eat whatever you want as long as it's healthy, as much of it as possible. And, healthier, okay? We don't have to be fruitarians straight away. It's not going to work because you have all these cravings and you're used to all these really heavy foods. So that's what I would say, honestly, in the beginning. Treat yourself to whatever you want as long as it's healthy and it's raw vegan. And then I would also say, make sure that you realize that it's going to be hard in the beginning, but you can do hard things. Okay. So I would honestly get a coach. That really helps, an accountability buddy, and make sure you know why you're doing it. Write a list of 10 reasons why you want to eat healthy and look at it every single day. It's so important to realize why you're doing this. Maybe you want to lose weight, you want to have more energy, you want to be here for your kids, or you want to be here as long as possible for your parents if you take care of your parents, or maybe you just are tired of going back, starting and stopping and like going back and forth on these diets, these cleanses. That's a really big reason why I eat raw vegan, Eva, because I don't want to do cleanses anymore. I don't want to be on a cleanse ever again. I just want to live my life. I want to be free of the obsession. Were you going to say something?
I love that. I agree so much with what you said, for sure.
Yeah, I've been through it now for like 10 years, and I used to go on these cleanses, these mono meal, like 7-day, Watermelon Island. I've been on Watermelon Island. I've been on Banana Island. I've been on these things, and there's nothing wrong with them per se, and they're obviously healthy, but I don't want to restrict myself anymore. I think life is very short. And so what I would recommend is you start off slow. You eat anything you want, nuts, seeds, whatever you want. And then you'll start to realize you don't feel as good. Okay. It's not ideal. And then slowly you go into the more fruit-based diet and you give up the heavy nuts, the heavy fats, all the oil, of course, avocado. I don't eat too much of this anymore, a few times a week, but not every day, because honestly, there's no better diet than eating a fruit-based diet and having a big, savory, amazing meal, a salad meal at the end of the day with an amazing dressing. I found that this provides me with all the energy I need. It helps me have clear skin. It helps me sleep better. It helps me have my ideal body weight. And there's no guilt involved either. Okay. The whole thing about it's going to be hard, mainly, and we're going to talk about this on my channel. We're going to talk about the social aspect, because that is definitely the hardest part. Okay. Hardest part. And so guys, check out our live. It's going to be on 1 o'clock in about 30 minutes. We're going to talk all about the social aspect of being a healthy vegan in this world, because the world is not set up for healthy people. It's not.
Yeah, I also think like people or I myself had the wrong expectations about the fruit-based diet. I was like, easy, I will just go raw vegan or fruit-based, but there goes so much into it that you have to learn, which is I think crazy again, that we have to learn how to eat the way we're supposed to eat. But it's like it is what it is. So that definitely I had to learn so much. And also I had a really nice coach actually who helped me. And I think that really helps a lot if you have someone where you can just ask the right questions and they can give you the answer, and it helps so much. So I would definitely say that just know that it is hard, but you can do it, and that it takes time, but it is worth it, and it is a huge learning curve, but you can get into that or you can do that learning curve for sure.
Absolutely agree. And so for the coach or mentor, it doesn't have to be somebody like that you're paying. You can find someone on YouTube or Instagram. Find somebody you want to either look like or be like, and just message them. I mean, it's so easy now to message anyone. Just send anyone a DM. Even
Yeah.
celebrities, you can message them, right? And you just connect with them because you need to find out what they're doing. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just need to find out what your mentors are doing and then do those things. And that really helped too, having mentors. And most of my mentors have been online. Okay.
Yeah.
In the beginning, like Freely, the banana girl, she was a big mentor of mine.
Me
Um,
too.
I went through, like Fully Raw Christina was big for me, Ted Carr, Mike
Mhm.
Arnstein. Who else do I love?
Rapid romance for me was also big.
Raw Food Romance. Yep. Raw Food Romance. I discovered her like, very, very late in the game. And honestly, her book, Dips and Dressings, amazing. I recommend it to every single person because if you don't have a good dressing, you are not going to be satisfied at night. Okay? There's no way. There's no way. You got to get into the dressing game. Find your favorites, maybe like 5 staples, and that's all you need. You need 5 amazing, easy dressings, okay, that are low fat, delicious. And I literally make the same dressings like every week, 5 or 6, the same. Yeah.
Me too. Me too. And I think dressings make such a big difference. And in general, just to learn how to create delicious recipes, huge difference. Because for me, the first 4 years before there was the raw vegan bundle, I was really making super, super simple things. And for me, it works. But for example, if I wanted to share them with friends or family, it was too simple for them. So if you learn how to create delicious dressings and recipes, it's really a game changer. And that's why the raw vegan bundle is just that amazing, because you have now the opportunity to learn that and to learn from so many different people, because so many different people bring so much creativity to their ebooks. So you can learn so much with the raw vegan bundle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. You buy this bundle and you're getting over 1,000 recipes. Okay, it's literally like you're paying 5 cents a recipe, which is crazy, and you're learning from people that are so talented. Like I said, guys, I'm not a creative. Like I'm not a chef at all. Like I don't know how like people come up with these recipes. I really don't. I really don't. And like I just can't do it. It's like beyond my scope of thinking. I don't have the neural capacity to do this. But that's why we need to really get these recipes in our lives, especially if you're not a chef, you're not creative. And wow, they taste amazing. You will not believe it. I've been making some recipes from the Raw Food Romances party book,
Yeah.
and wow, the flavors that she puts in, and I would never think to add these different spices. And so, yeah, it's very, very valuable, especially for the holidays, because you want to share it with your friends and family. And, me and Eva, I feel like we eat the same. We eat very simple. But your
Yes.
friends and family, they're used to so many flavors and textures and, the 5 keys, the bitter, the salty, the sweet, the spicy flavors. And so you're going to have to learn how to do that. And this is like the best way to just copy what these amazing raw vegans have like already done for you. No need for the trial and error, all that time.
I love that because I definitely like I created so many recipes and it was just not good.
Yeah,
So
you do. You
you
do.
can really save so much time. Just buy the bundle, get the recipes, like make the recipes, and then you can even create your own like creations and be creative, but just having a guide of recipes is super valuable.
Yeah, nobody has time for watery salad dressings, guys, okay? We did
No.
that. We went through that. So with these recipes,
It's true.
like wow, it's ridiculous how delicious people make these raw food recipes. I don't know how they do it.
True, and also like the idea, just for example, raw vegan burgers. I would never come up with the idea. I don't know how people do it. So grateful for that, for sure. And it is nice actually because okay, I'm eating super simple most of the time, but I think sometimes I want to like especially if I'm with a group of people who don't eat raw vegan and they eat a lot of fast food, sometimes I do crave more extravagant things or with more spices. And if you
Mhm.
can learn how to make, for example, delicious dressings with more spices, it can really change a lot. And you can feel more satisfied eating a vegan diet. So yes, super grateful. And also what I wanted to ask you, what was a struggle that you had to go through on a vegan diet and how did you overcome that struggle or challenge?
Great question. Okay, another great question. So, my biggest struggle was learning what to eat exactly. So, I became raw vegan in 2012. Okay, this is way before any raw food bundle was available. Okay,
Yeah.
like there was not many raw vegans on Instagram. Was there even Instagram? I think it had just started, honestly. Okay. And so, literally, I think it just started in 2012. So, there was no like raw food romance. There was no Misfit Vegan. There was no Fruity Eva. And so, I ate a lot of dried fruit. Okay, because I was a professional. I was working up to 80 hours a week. Okay, I had a really high stress job when I went raw vegan, and I was eating things that were easy. Okay, and now I know that there's so much better options. Okay, like grapes are so easy,
Yes,
so
they
easy.
easy.
You know,
Yeah.
anything that you don't have to like deal with the mess, like mangoes are not easy, but grapes and apples and bananas and like there's so many easy things. But
Oranges. Yeah.
back in the day, I didn't know. So I always ate dried fruit during the day. I ate lots of dates, lots of dried mangoes, lots of dried bananas, dried persimmons. I was always eating dried fruit, nuts and dried fruits, right? Okay, so because I didn't know about the fruit-based diet, and I also needed to like be in meetings, run meetings. I was running a big company, okay, and so that was my biggest mistake because the thank you, Frank. I am a raw food
Thank you.
pioneer. Yes, you are right. I'm a raw food icon. That's what I like to say. But so listen, so I was eating dried fruit, and after 6 years of really eating dried fruit every day, some days I would just eat dates throughout the day. Like that was my
Yeah.
breakfast and lunch. And I never flossed right after. I never rinsed with water. I didn't, I brushed my teeth twice a day, but not during the day. And it really destroyed my enamel. It really destroyed my teeth. I also worked at a juice company for those years, and I would be drinking juice constantly, orange juice and green juice and all these juices. And I don't think there's anything wrong with juice, but I think when you are eating dried fruit and then you drink like a citrus juice and acidic juices, I think it's not great. I think it's not a great situation. And so I learned the hard way about dried fruit. And so I do not eat dried fruit anymore. You will never see me eating a dried mango, a dried banana, but I do eat dates blended in my salad dressings and my smoothies, okay? And once in a while I'll eat a date, but it has to be like wrapped in lettuce and like really a special occasion, you know? Like it's not something I recommend. And if you do eat dried fruit, make sure you're drinking lots of water and make sure you eat something green afterwards, okay? So it can remineralize your enamel. So cucumbers, celery, romaine, brush and floss very carefully. The dried fruit is not a health food. It is a treat, but it should not be a meal, okay? And you know, I'm not going to blame my early mentors because I could say that. I could be like, well, my mentors on YouTube, they eat dates. They said to eat 50 dates a day, you know, whatever. But you know what? They might not have known, and they might have been brushing their teeth, flossing, taking, drinking lots of water afterwards. And, I didn't see that episode of their YouTube video, they might have been saying this. And so I have no one to blame but myself. Lucky for me, as soon as I stopped eating the dried fruit, my teeth pain went away. Thank God. All my sensitivity went away. And of course, I can't regrow new teeth, but through some of the tips and tricks that I've learned that are in my new book, I have been able to take care of my teeth and not have any issues. I can't fix my teeth, right? The enamel is still weakened, but at least I don't have any pain or any issues at the moment. So,
I'm so grateful that you mentioned that because I had a similar experience with dried fruit because in the beginning I also went to school and it was the whole day in school and we didn't have a supermarket and school didn't provide fruit and vegetables. So I was taking a lot of like fruit and vegetables from home and a lot of dried fruit as well. And it definitely messed up my teeth as well. So especially now I would always recommend, as you said, to eat a cucumber afterwards and to try to put dates instead of just eating them, just put them in smoothies because yes, they're healthier than sweets like or candy, but they have the same texture and they can stick to your teeth.
yes.
So yeah, for me, I had the same experience for sure.
Yes. Well, we
So
live and we learn. And now the reason why I had that experience, I know, is to help people avoid that for sure.
for sure, yeah, definitely. Like that's also been a huge struggle for me. Yeah, just also another struggle that I would that something that I was dealing with recently is when you spend more time with people who eat a normal diet, especially like girls or women who want to stay skinny, they eat so little. So if you go, for example, with them traveling or you have a work, you really have to schedule in and to make time to eat enough fruit and vegetables. Because if I would go in the same rhythm that people who eat a standard diet, I would not have enough time to eat, and then I will feel undercarved and feel the need to, I don't know. So definitely just make it a priority to eat enough
Yeah, and
food.
also stay honestly stay aware of the fact that you're going to be eating a lot more than most people, okay?
Yeah.
I eat a lot more and people to this day like they still comment. Like every once in a while somebody will be like, "You're eating all of those grapes? Like are you sure that's healthy?" Or like people will say like but meanwhile they'll be eating vegan donuts and like saying to me, "Are you sure eating all those grapes are healthy?" Take it with a
Yes.
grain of salt. Well, we don't eat salt, but take it with a grain of what do we eat? Take it with a grain of coconut meat, or I don't know, a grain of something that we eat, and just realize that it's not personal. It's not personal. If somebody comments on how much you're eating, just laugh about it. Like,
Yeah.
I eat a lot of fruit, but like I look really cute. So, what are you gonna do? Like, you just have to really take it with a grain of salt and realize nothing in life is personal. This book called The Four Agreements. Have you read it
Love
yet,
them.
Eva? Yes.
Yes, yes, I'm a big fan.
Big fan of this book, and it changed my life because it taught me so much, especially that nothing is personal. Even if somebody is talking directly to you, says your name, and it really hurts, it has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. It's about them. They are dealing with something and they're trying to make other people feel the way they feel inside. And we just have to send love back to anyone that might make us feel weird or trying to make us feel insecure about how much we're eating. Take a lot of pride in your eating amazing, healthy foods, which is better than 99% of the population, okay? Like nobody can ever make me feel guilty or any type of way about how much I eat. And I eat a lot more than most of my friends. So that was such a good point, Eva. Yeah, you're going to eat much more. You've got to schedule it in. You've got to stay prepared. Yeah.
Yes, I love so much what you said because I had the same experience when I went, for example, my now boyfriend, when I first met him, I was like kind of a little bit not ashamed, but like, oh, I eat so much. So I was
Yes.
not eating so much when he was there, and then when he went home or something, I was like eating so much for the rest of it. But really now I don't care. I just eat. And the last question for today. I wanted to ask you, what are your future plans? What is, for example, your business? Do you want to stay in Miami and all of that?
Great. Okay. So let me see. Let me think about it. I have a lot of dreams and plans. So yes, I don't know if I'll stay in Miami, because, the world is such a crazy place right now that,
Yeah.
living off grid is really the dream. So I could definitely see myself in like Costa Rica or Puerto Rico or somewhere warm and tropical for sure. I'll never go back to the cold. Never. I
Yeah.
spent, never. Have
No,
you been raw
really.
vegan in the cold?
Yes, I started when I was 17 and I was
Wow.
3 years or 2 years or 2 or 3 winters I was in Germany. And I'm grateful that I did it because I mean you have to learn a lot and there are people, for example, Chris Candle, who did for now in Sweden and they eat raw vegan, so it's possible for sure. But now I'm grateful that I don't have to do it because like I don't know. I no, I'm not a winter person. I prefer the warm climate.
Of
Yes,
course,
but I decided to.
I think most people would agree. Um, and so yeah, same thing. I was a raw vegan for, I think it was 8 or 9 years in New York. Okay, I just moved to Florida last year, and so for that whole time, for 9 years or 8.5 years, I was raw vegan in New York City. It gets very, very cold. Okay,
Oh,
very cold. It's really like only warm for like 3 months out of the whole year. And so you can make it happen. You can make it work anywhere. But I prefer to not.
yeah, me
And so,
too.
okay, so I'm never moving back to the cold. And I do have a company. So I have an exotic tropical fruit company called Fruit is Life. I just started it last year. And honestly, it is the hardest thing I've ever done. I've worked my entire life for other people and I've always been successful. I realize that I'm a very, very good employee. I'm a very good employee, but I'm not the best business owner because I didn't realize that just because you're an employee doesn't mean you're going to be a great business
Yeah,
owner. It is the hardest thing I've ever done.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a huge learning curve for me. Also, like I want to create my own business around like digital business, but around health, and it's so much to learn. Like, and you always like you always come to this place where you have to like put a limiting belief away, and then you can go, and then another, and it never ends. Like you always learn, grow, and yes, it's hard, I think.
So Craig Long is on here. He is amazing. Everybody, if you don't know who Craig Long is, go check him out because I discovered him through one of my favorite podcasts, Real AF. Okay, and this is a podcast by Andy Frisella, and he's been one of my biggest mentors as far as business goes. But yeah, I know it's hard by default to have your own business. I just didn't realize how hard,
Yeah.
but the most important thing is that, I know what this is my life purpose. My life purpose for sure
Yeah.
is to inspire people to eat more delicious, amazing, juicy, organic if possible fruit. Okay. I don't ever plan on eating anything besides a fruit-based diet. It has changed my life, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I know for a fact this is the optimal way to eat. And so I was like, why don't I just go into the fruit business? It's my life anyway. So I started a company called Fruit is Life. And we do a lot of catering for private events here in South Florida. And I also am going to start selling again at the farmer's market because I miss it. I love talking to people about fruit. I love people trying fruit and learning about it. And it's so crazy how we all have a sweet tooth and all we need to do is find high quality, amazing fruit to satisfy that. And then we'll be healthy, happy, beautiful. Okay. And like I always say, eat fruit and you'll be cute. That's all. That's all it takes, baby. And, it helps us to satisfy those cravings because there's a lot of vegan junk food out there. It's amazing that it's out there, but that's not going to lead to health. And so that's what I do here. And, the future, who knows what the future holds, but I have a dream of opening a fruit cafe called Fruit is Life. I'd love to do it here. I live in Sunny Isles, so hopefully I can do that. And we're going to serve 100% fruit-based options, smoothie bowls, smoothies, entrees, everything fruit-based. And remember, guys, fruit includes cucumbers, tomatoes, peppers is also a fruit. There's lots of savory fruits as well. Okay, so you can have all your cravings satisfied on a fruit-based diet. Yeah. So thank you for asking me that. Nobody's ever asked me what are my plans for the future. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just pretty excited. So I really hope that everything works out for you, and I'm pretty sure because you seem to be super ambitious and hardworking. So for sure, I think it's just a question of time. But as you said, I'm also here for the long run. Like for me, I'm like small steps, but I have a long time, so a lot of years. So yeah, I think if you
What is can I ask you what's one of your like biggest dreams or goals?
My biggest goal right now is to have my company, like online company about food-based living, and to like my goal is to have this academy where I show people how to go from eating junk food to eating food-based, and
Mm.
just have everything in that company and that academy, and also for because in Germany people don't really know about a food-based lifestyle, so I would love to like show German people, hey, you can eat fruit. Yes, that's it.
Yes, I love it. And I can't wait to support you in that. Honestly, I just want to let you know you have such a warm, beautiful energy about you. And I definitely feel it, even though I've never met you. Like I feel it through your messages, through your content, through your beautiful recipes that you do. Yeah. So thank you for being you, really.
Thank you. Oh, that's so nice. And I think now is the perfect moment to end this live
Yep,
because it's
yep.
so good. So yeah, maybe for everyone watching, if you have not already, you can check out the Raw Vegan Bundle in Jeanette's or in my bio. It's super easy, just go there. And if you're interested, this was part one of the live, and we will do another live in a couple of minutes in Jeanette's Instagram account. So go over to Jeanette's Instagram, and yeah, we will have the second live there, and I'm
I'm
pretty
so
excited.
excited. And we're going to talk all about how to eat healthy socially. Because
Yeah,
food is a social, it's all about being social. Okay? Food is everything. Like you always meet for dinner, you meet for lunch, you have parties, so it's important that we get this figured out. Because the holidays are coming. So thank you, Eva. I love you. I will see you in like 12 minutes.
yeah, perfect. So see you then, and thank you for watching to everyone.
Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye.